Hey everyone, it's Karen. Welcome back. And I have our March budget report for you guys to go over with. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in and get started here. So for our income in March, we actually earned a little bit more income than expected. So that was really nice. We actually sold, and this was mostly due to actually selling a few things that we had. One was a tablet, and then we had a couple other little things that we sold on Craigslist. So that kind of boosted up our income a little bit. So that is what's in the other category. And then our side jobs we actually did a little bit less in than we had expected. There was one job that we were expecting to do, and it didn't happen. So that one was a little bit less. And then my husband, he made like $76 over about normal. And then I actually made quite a bit more than expected. So I had a lot of commissions, and I think when I did the budget, I forgot that there was 5 Fridays in March, and I do get paid every single Friday. So I did get a little bit extra from that. So that was nice, a little bit extra money for income. So that worked out really well. So our total income was the $2,876.55 is what we made in March. And also I mentioned it on my last video, but I'm just going to mention it that I am not tracking any of our income or expenses with the eBay business that we're doing right now. And I'm just doing that because I am tracking that on a completely separate spreadsheet because there is a lot to track on there and it would just take up too much space here. And I really want to be really detailed with it. So that's why I'm not going to show it on here. So there's no income from that and there's no expenses from that. So it's completely separate. So for our actual expenses, water was $26.28. Electric was $35.60. Our phones came at $51.78. Internet was the same, $19.99. Our health was the same. Health insurance, car insurance, home insurance, and property tax all stays the same. So for our groceries, we came in at $190.17. So we were about $10 under budget, which was great. We've been doing really well with groceries, and I'm really happy about that because I feel like we're eating better than we used to. We used to just eat like frozen meals all the time, and now we're actually really cooking meals and we're using the crock pot, and it's so much better. I feel like it's a lot healthier. It's just overall better, and we're still staying on budget, which is great. So dining out, we came in at $89.18. Entertainment, this one we came in at $24. So we ended up going to a strawberry festival, and it's about an hour away from us in Florida, and that's what pretty much all that's from. It was for the tickets to go, and it was for we did eat while we were there. So we just shared a couple things, and then we brought our own water. So it wasn't too expensive. It was just a nice day just to get out and do something different. We do really like going to festivals. We try to just go to ones that are free though. And this one I really wanted to go to because I had heard that it's a pretty good size festival. So we decided to go even though it does cost. But we still stayed under our $25 entertainment budget. So not too bad. And for gas, we were at $104.86. So we went slightly over in gas, but again, we did do some traveling. We did do a couple things in March. And then the Strawberry Festival, like I said, that was like an hour away. So not too bad though. We came in pretty close. For our household, we did go over. The reason we went over in household is because we actually picked up some things that we didn't need yet, but were on sale, like paper plates, things like that, paper towels. So there were some really good sales, and we ended up just kind of picking those up. And then one item we bought in bulk from Sam's Club, which we don't normally do, and so that's why that's a little bit higher, but it should be pretty low in April. Okay, so our biggest expense of March is in the pet category. Mason, there was one thing that I knew was coming up and I didn't even think about it. I'd forgotten that it was scheduled. He is on medication, phenobarbital, and it is for his seizures, to control those. Because that medication is actually not really good for animals, it can cause liver damage. So he does have to go in, and every 6 months he has to have everything checked. So he was due for that in March, and I did know about it. I forgot about it. But that was, that was $100. It was right around $100 to have that checked, and he had kind of an exam. I think he had an exam. Maybe not. But anyways, it was for his levels to be checked. And then we picked up his medication while we were there. So that was like $161. We also got his other medication, his other seizure meds from Costco. So that was like $37.40. And then there was another unexpected expense with him. Like less than a week after we took him to the vet, to have his levels checked, and everything was good. He was fine. Everything's good with that. But like a week after, he had like an issue in the morning, and we had no idea what was happening. We thought he was having a seizure. It was the strangest noise. He was completely awake and alert, and like his seizures, he's normally unconscious for. But he was completely alert, and he was just making like this snorting, honking noise. It was very strange. It woke us up in the like 7 a.m. or something in the morning on a Sunday, and we had no idea what was happening. I thought it was a seizure, and it kept going on and on. So we ended up looking it up, and apparently there is something out there. It's called reverse sneezing. Never had heard of it, never knew about it. Apparently it's kind of common. I seen some YouTube videos, and it's exactly what he was doing. But the problem is, like, it's nothing like dangerous or serious, but it wasn't stopping. It would just, once I could get it to stop, it would start back up, and it was getting to the point where he wasn't able to eat during the day from it. So we waited till the next day, because it wasn't something that I felt like we had to go to the emergency after hour care for. So we waited the next day, and I called and asked the vet about it, and they said to bring him in. So that is why it was $86.99. We brought him in. They had the exam, and they gave him some medication to help that. And then we also had to go get Benadryl for him as well. So that is where all those expenses come from. Hopefully he won't have any more problems. I feel like he has just not had a good, like the last 6 months has just been really rough for him with his seizures and surgeries had, and just always some kind of little issues. So that's why we went over a lot in March with that category. Just a lot unexpected. And so he's fine though. The medications worked and everything's done, and he's doing good, and the seizures are okay. He did have one seizure like a week before his original appointment, and that was the first one he's had in 6 months. So I'm hoping that it's not going to, become more frequent or anything, and hopefully it'll just be maybe like a breakthrough seizure, like 2 times a year or something. So anyways, enough about that. That is what that's from. That is why we went over so much in March. That's really the only category we went over that significant. So that's what the story was behind that one. And then our allowance is the same, $80, $40 for my husband, $40 for me. And then we went slightly over in our home category. So we try to do something for the house every single month since we've moved here, trying to just do something, whether it's something really inexpensive or a bigger project. We had some projects planned in March, but they didn't happen because we ended up purchasing a wall decor piece. It was a painting, and we really, really loved it. We really wanted it. It would fit perfectly where we wanted to put it. Actually, I will just show you guys what it looks like. So that's the painting that we purchased. And I just love the frame. I love the colors of it. It matches our living room so nicely, and it fits in that space there so well. We have a huge open area there, and I just think it fits in there so perfectly. So that's what we purchased. My husband actually works as a office manager at a furniture store, and it's a pretty good sized furniture store that he is the office manager at. So he does get discounts. So we got a really good discount. We got it for about half of what it costs in the store. So we went ahead and did it. They had just got it in, and my husband loved it and really wanted it, and I thought it looked really nice. So that's what we ended up spending for our home in March. I had budgeted $150 for that month because of the projects we were planning on doing, and then the picture ended up being $172.58 total with tax and everything, which I don't think was bad. It's a really large, really large painting, and the frame is really nice. So I think it's a pretty good deal with the discount and everything that we get. So that's what we did for March, and the projects that we were going to do in March, we're just going to hold off, and we're going to do those in April instead. So that's what that one is from. Miscellaneous. There was a couple miscellaneous things. 2 items is so bad, but I cannot remember what they were now. I try to write when I get receipts. That's usually pretty much how I do my budgeting, is I hold on to receipts. If I ever pay anything in cash, I'll try to write that down and stick it in there with the receipts. But I always hang on to receipts, and sometimes the receipts don't really say what they are, like from Walmart, different places. And this one, I can't tell what it was. And so there was like $10, and I have no idea what it was. I should have wrote it down, apparently. I didn't think about it. So I'm going to try to make sure I always do that, just so that way I can really track and see what we're spending money on. So I just put that in miscellaneous because I wasn't even sure what it was. And then the other miscellaneous items was another Easter decor piece that I had purchased. It was like $8 from Walmart. And then I purchased a cup from Walmart, and it's like the ones with the straws. It was actually that right there. So actually my husband picked this up for me. He's seen this one and he thought I would like it, so got this one, and that was in the miscellaneous category too. So that's what the $35.96 is. It's just all of that I just mentioned. And then charity. So if you've watched my other previous reports, we were giving to our church, and we haven't found a home church still, and now we are both working on Sundays, so we haven't been able to do that. So we wanted to do something since we haven't been able to, and so we did give $200 to a certain charity, and that was in March. So that's what that's from. So our total expenses for March is $1,670.47. I think we did pretty well, because even with how much we went over, we actually are still only over like $170. So I guess it could have been worse, and we stayed under in some and obviously went over in others. The biggest one being with the pet category. So that was our expenses. And then for our debt, this is exciting. Really excited about this. So we paid off one of our credit cards. It's our Lowe's credit card. So it's not going to be on any more of my budget reports. I'm so excited to have at least one gone and completely out of the way. We paid our last payment. We paid $500 and had that completely paid off. So that one's gone. We only have 2 left to pay: the vet bill and Haverty's. So not too much longer, and we are going to start doing, because I was doing $500 towards Lowe's every month, so I'm going to start putting $500 at least minimum towards the vet bill until that one's paid off, and then we'll do the same thing with Haverty's. So just kind of doing one at a time, just trying to get those out of there. So we spent $700 to debt, And then if we take our income that we made, subtract our expenses, and subtract what we paid towards debt, we had $506.80 left over. So that was really good because we were able to put that back into our savings. And then again, the savings I mentioned on other videos, but the savings is right now going towards taxes. We are still waiting to hear back from our CPA. It's been about a month and 1 week, so I know it can take a while, and I know it's getting down towards the end, so I should hopefully be hearing something soon from them to hear what we're gonna owe. We kind of just like trying to expect the worst or prepare for the worst is maybe like $5,000. So that's why we've been just putting back as much as we can with still paying towards debt. So we have a good amount saved up towards that because we know we're going to owe a good amount. Hopefully it'll be less. So that's what we had left over, and that's going into our account right now just to sit and wait until we hear from our CPA and see what we owe, and then we'll figure out what we want to do with that after. So that is how our March went. Overall, I think we did pretty well, even with the unexpected vet bill. I think we did pretty well, and I'm overall happy with it. I'm so happy that we got a credit card paid off, and we only have 2 left to go, and I know that those will not be too much longer, so we'll have those out of the way here soon. And I'm hoping that if we don't owe so much to taxes, we can just put a really good chunk towards our debt and maybe even pay off another credit card right away. So we'll see how that goes, and that is our March report. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys again soon in the next video. Bye everyone.